Granted, I'm sure there's been many days in my life where I had a burger for lunch, a pizza for dinner, and a huge breakfast.
Also, I know the Brits are known for their big breakfasts too. So
yeah, and beans for breakfast.
Hey everybody, I'm Julie.
And I'm Heather.
And we're Nadine the Band. We're sisters, and usually we're going to be talking about music, but today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. So we found a list on the website Thrillist, and it is what British people really think of the United States.
Yeah, this piqued our interest and we're really curious, so let's dig into it and see what they really think of us.
Let's win them over by being loud and obnoxious on the internet. What do the British think of Americans on food?
Okay, this was not like a poll of all British people, right? This is like specific people's random opinions.
Yeah.
American food means taking everything you learned about moderation and healthiness, growing up, and completely ignoring it.
But what if you grew up believing in like large portions and lots of bread?
I believe in large portions and lots of bread.
Apparently bread is worse for you in America than it is in other countries too. So
oh, like the way it's made?
Our bread particularly, specifically our bread is bad. Like people have gone to Italy and eaten nothing but bread and lost weight because we put sugar in everything.
Oh.
Not us.
No, not us personally.
Next goal, Nadine the Band in Italy eating bread.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Muddy bears and Pop-Tarts, what are they all about?
The f is a muddy bear?
Apparently it's gummy bears covered in chocolate. To me, that actually sounds British.
Oh, right?
Muddy bears. That sounds like a British thing.
Yeah. Pop-Tarts are nostalgic.
Yes.
And we know that millennials love nostalgia, so it's kind of just ironic to eat a Pop-Tart. Not everything needs butter and cheese and bacon.
Except it kind of does, doesn't it?
But doesn't it?
Butter your bacon.
Yes, Father.
Sure, you win, Britain.
Here's a great one. This one makes a great point. It says, I love the idea that it is not considered horrendously rude to ask for a doggy bag, so you can have 2 meals for the price of 1. That's it. In America, yeah, our portions are really huge, but also you're kind of expected, or it's totally okay, to take it home.
Yeah.
And then you eat it later. In other countries, I don't know if all countries, but a lot of other countries, it's like rude to take your food home. So their portions are just smaller.
That's probably better. That's gonna be a lot less food waste because like most of the time when we take home half of our meal, it sits in the fridge and goes bad and we don't eat it anyway.
Yeah.
British people coming to America, you don't have to eat it all.
Oh my God, are you eating it all?
Oh no!
Don't eat it all!
I think probably what happens a lot too when British people come here, they're probably visiting people they know. And the people they're visiting probably want to show them a good time. So they probably take them to the fanciest place in their town. Or, you know.
Which is the Olive Garden.
Which is the Olive Garden for a lot of people.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, a lot of British people are coming down and their American hosts are like, oh God, I have to impress this distinguished person. And they take you to the Olive Garden because that's just the nicest place around. Outback Steakhouse is what we have for you. Not everything must contain corn syrup. Even paracetamol contains corn syrup. But yeah, we agree.
Agreed.
A big part of that is like the diet culture of like the 80s and 90s where everything had to become fat-free or low-fat, so they took away all the fat and they replaced it with sugar.
Yeah, but you thought you were eating diet food because you're like, there's no fat in it, but you're also eating a ton of sugar.
So we've been duped too, British people. Like, we don't want the corn syrup either. Yeah. But now everything has sugar and corn syrup and, yeah.
Deep pan pizzas, burgers, huge breakfasts and steaks.
And she said huge like that because there's like 5 U's.
Granted, I'm sure there's been many days in my life where I had a burger for lunch, a pizza for dinner, and a huge breakfast. Shoot. Okay. Well.
Also, I know the Brits are known for their big breakfasts too. So.
Yeah, and beans for breakfast? Unhealthy food. Enormous portions. Also some strange combinations for breakfast, such as biscuits and gravy. What's that about? Just try it.
Yeah.
Try it and then come back to us.
Yeah.
I heard this saying, bang bang. Never heard of that.
No.
Apparently that's when you eat 2 monster truck-sized meals right after each other. 2 lunches or 2 dinners, whatever. What's wrong with these people?
I think maybe somebody was pulling your leg.
Right? Is that a thing?
I think someone was yanking your chain.
Yeah.
I think someone was like, I'm going to tell this British person the most absurd thing I can think of. Unless there's another part of the country where people do bang bang, where you eat 2 meals in a row. We don't do that, guys. We're not monsters.
No. No, that's not a thing.
No bang bang. No bang bang for Julie. All right, let's move on to what the British think of American sports.
See, I don't even know what I completely think of American sports, so I might agree with some of these.
A lot of them are also talking about their version of the sports. Like this says, American football, that's rugby with padding, right? And so many commercials. I'll take your word for it. It's probably rugby with padding. And yes, America runs on commercial advertising. You're thinking of the Super Bowl, and some of us only watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. Baseball is a bunch of fat men slamming their fists into leather gloves and spitting tobacco every few seconds. I think this person might be thinking of like Babe Ruth.
Wow. You guys are like 100 years too late here.
Yeah, I think Babe Ruth played mostly in like the 20s. I mean, maybe that's what they've like seen in movies like Babe Ruth and like tobacco. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't chew tobacco anymore.
Yeah, baseball is probably one of the only sports that I can get into, so any negative statement about baseball is gonna kind of bug me a little bit.
Yeah. My gut instinct about baseball is that it is cricket for idiots or gloried rounders. That being said, it looks really hard to hit the ball that far, and I love the outfits. I love the outfits too. Let's agree on the outfits. This person just said, I spit on the word soccer. You can, I don't care.
Sure.
Sure. Pop culture.
Pop culture.
All right.
The USA has a constant obsession over women with big boobs, Beyonce, or a big butt, Kim Kardashian, or both, Nicki Minaj. Whereas our papers attempt to be elegant with Kate Moss, Kate Middleton, and Cara Delevingne.
I'm sorry to whoever said this, but like, that's really stuck up, bro.
You just said, this standard of how women looks is wrong. Our hard to reach also standard is correct. Okay, either way, you're sexualizing women, you're expecting women to look a certain way, and all of those ways to look are difficult to obtain. There is a lot of racism in that statement too. They just listed women of color, and then they said, our papers are elegant. Here's all our pretty white ladies.
Oh my gosh.
That's a really racist.
They just called themselves out. You just told on yourself. Okay. Not saying all British people, just the person who made this statement.
I did not like that.
Okay. All right.
Look the way you want to look, you look great. How about that?
How about that? It's been scientifically proven that 15 minutes of watching E-News is enough to reduce your IQ by half and have you trying to gouge your own eyes out with a spoon.
Okay, maybe that's a fact.
Sure, if they've done the research. Who am I to say if they've done the research? So much reality TV. My favorite one, extreme couponing. That was intriguing.
Extreme couponing. I have watched some episodes of that. It's interesting.
On high school.
Ooh, okay. Curious about what they think about high school.
All right. Why are all Americans obsessed with high school? It looks like the most awful experience of all time, where if you have anything in the least bit unusual about you, you get your head flushed down the toilet, and all learning occurs through pop tests. Yeah, no, high school's pretty bad.
Yeah, high school's pretty bad. I would assume that high school is bad everywhere, though, just because of the age that you are.
Yeah.
And that's just a hard age to be.
Sorry that
Is that just an American thing, that high school is hard?
Do you guys, is high school easy for you guys?
Oh.
Yeah, no, we would go to high school and somebody would call us ugly every day, and someone would follow you around campus and say mean things behind your back. Did that happen to everybody? Just me?
Oh.
People aren't really getting their heads flushed down toilets. That's definitely like a Saturday morning cartoon trope.
I hate all the graduation ceremonies. It's high school, guys, not a PhD. You don't deserve that hat and gown for rudimentary maths. Okay, first of all, maths. And the basics of only American history and literature. Ooh.
Okay, well, it got
a little harsh.
It got a little spiteful there at the end, but I will say, as someone who went all 4 years in high school band. I agree, because we had to sit out there at every graduation ceremony and play pomp and circumstance for 30 minutes straight while everybody walked out. We had to sit there through the entire performance.
Yeah, I get that from like our very specific standpoint.
Yeah.
But also a lot of people, high school is the highest education that they achieve. So
And it's nice to have that moment. America is the land of aggressive male high five, of guys using the word woo and turning a baseball cap backwards.
how specific.
That's very specific and also like, sure.
And also, excuse me, our channel is full of aggressive female high fives. Thanks. Real people grow up, graduate, and get over it. There's probably a lot of people who like, you know, dream about the glory days of high school.
Yeah. I would say I don't give too much thought to high school. We're talking about it now because it's in this video, but like, I think people just like to watch it on TV.
All right, other general impressions about America. If you say something sarcastic, they will look at you and you can actually see the, but you're joking, right? Cogs turning behind their eyes.
I'm gonna have to disagree with this one because Americans are extremely sarcastic.
Yeah, maybe your joke delivery was bad.
Ooh! I think maybe what's happening is that younger people just don't find sarcasm as funny anymore. Our generation, our older people generation, like sarcasm was like the way to joke. And I think younger people are just very literal about things now.
Yeah.
So you probably tried to be sarcastic to like a young Gen Z and they gave you a death stare and it intimidated you, and I would have been intimidated too.
Yeah. Why are you so stingy with annual leave? Agreed. Americans need more time off.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We agree.
We need more maternity and paternity leave. We need more sick days. We need more vacation days. We need it all.
Trust me, Americans agree with you.
Yes.
I hate the constant tipping and additional tax on everything. So confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Restaurants need to pay their employees enough so that they don't need to be tipped. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Pay people better, okay?
Yeah.
The news channels, they're always so shouty and overdramatic.
Oh gee, why do you think they do that? Look at me. Don't scroll away from the video. Keep watching, like and subscribe. We all have extremely short attention spans, and they do that.
That's a 24-hour cycle news, baby! I find all the overly helpful customer service downright annoying. I do not need 10 glasses of water with my dinner or to be interrupted every 5 minutes to be asked if everything is okay. It is not okay because I can't eat my food for fear that someone will talk to me and I'll have my mouth full. Okay, you know what? Your mouth will be full when they come to talk to you. You'll take a bite and they'll come and you'll be
Yes,
that's why thumbs up for a minute.
It's hard, but also it goes back to the tipping. They're coming over to make sure you're okay because they need a tip.
I think Americans are super friendly and generous spirited. I just think that being polite also involves knowing when to shut up. Oh, it was like, I was like, oh, they're actually saying something nice. Oh, also, shut the f up.
I hear you. I have a problem with their spellings. Plural.
Spellings. Well, I also have a problem with your spelling. I will spell theater R-E to be fancy.
Because you're a fancy nerd. I spell theater E-R.
Yeah.
Because I'm a common folk.
You're a peasant.
I'm a peasant.
So that was what British people think of Americans. Almost held your hand there. Sorry about that.
Lonely. On both sides of the pond, I think you're getting most of your information from TV shows, reality TV, and this is what we think of you because of these silly English British television shows, and you're over here watching our ridiculous American TV thinking that like we really care this much about high school.
Yeah, honestly nothing like terribly offended me.
No.
I think the only thing that really offended me was the thing about women's bodies.
Because they made it weird. You made it weird.
Anyway, God bless the crown.
God
all
bless
hail the queen of the king.
Praise the chief.
Praise the chief. Hail to the chief. He's the chief and he needs hailing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please press that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And while you're there, press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a video. We post a video once a week. If you guys want to watch us react to this thing, watch it right here.
And if you want to watch us play this thing, sing this thing, Watch it right here.
Yeah. We can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.